Hey, what's up, YouTube family? Y'all know who it is. I real be free. Yeah, yeah. Had some things on my mind. I have been strolling through social media and I've been coming across a couple of things that, as y'all all know, who knows me or who are getting to know that I am on a crusade to try to change a couple of things on how we use social media. And the thing that I want to touch on today is a topic of my black queens. Now, we can talk about the kings on another one, but I just want to talk to my young and middle age and older queens. I've seen how the drive to be seen on social media has driven a lot of our young black queens to go in directions that are not so positive for them in the long run. That reflects to all of us actually, because we all come from queens. We all come from black queens, black and brown. No matter who you are, we come from a queen. Mother Nature is the earth's queen. So the way that I'm feeling right now, I just want to share with you. I want to share it with you because it's on my heart, it's in my mind, and I believe that we need to share the love that we truly have for our young, middle-aged, and older queens. We have to show how much we love them. And what other better way to do that is to pause for a moment out of all of what's going on and give tribute to them. And I think we should do it more often. I think I am. Number one, I'll start off with saying I love you. All of my black queens, black and brown queens, I love you all. And for the lovers of my black and brown queens, we love you as well. But my cry goes out to the ones that are somewhat lost or confused, don't know exactly which way to go, being driven by this massive drive of what society expects you to be other than who you should be, ordained by God. Now, I'm not trying to be overly religious at this moment because a lot of you who do know me know that I'm a work in progress as well. But I do want to say that if there has been any hope, or if you lost hope of being the queen that we claim that you are, that you're used to hearing all the time, but when you look around in your neighborhood or where you reside, you're not being treated as such. And that has to be gained by you, the black woman, the brown woman, the woman has to be gained, meaning your feet have to be grounded. You have to truly believe in your mind and your heart and your soul that you are a queen. You have to believe it, and then you will act as such. It's a matter of how you conduct yourself is how the world will respond to you. But if you're claiming to be a queen and acting like a bee in the street, well, of course the world is not going to see you as a queen. The so-called rep of being a bee is what the world will see you as. And a lot of the world don't mind sharing that information to everyone who don't like black and brown people. So don't add if you can help it. Try not to add to the negative. Do your absolute best to be the great queen, the best queen that you can be, that you were designed to be. And to the brothers, the kings, we have to treat them and talk to them like they are queens. We have to let them know that you are not just property. You're not just a piece of meat. You are a queen who deserves to be uplifted. You will bring forth our children, and our children would need that nurturing from our queens. And if we don't show them the love and make them feel worthy, then there's a lot of young, middle-aged, and older queens who don't believe they even deserve the title. But I beg to differ. And that's why I'm doing this now. Now, a lot of you may not want to hear what I have to say about it. That's fine. But then there's a lot of you who are very much concerned about the direction that our young, middle-aged, and older queens are going. And the title that a lot of us are picking up that should not be a part of our being. One thing, you are not bees in the street. You may conduct yourself as such, but you are a queen in the rough. That's what I would rather say. A queen in the rough who haven't really brushed off some of the dust yet. And it's up to us to let them know that they're queens. Treat them like queens. And ladies, conduct yourself as queens. When you conduct yourself in a queen-like mentality, you'll see the response is different. You see the love coming back to you is different. No matter how many times you're being mistreated and disrespected, you still handle it like a queen. You don't have to turn totally barbaric. I understand that we are a product of our environments. I too have had to fight my way out of the barbaric system because of how society was treating me or my environment. As a king, as a young king coming up, I had to recognize that I was a king. I had to conduct myself as such, and I noticed the respect came soon after. You have to prove who you are, not just to the world, but first to yourself. You got to prove to yourself that you are worthy, and you demand to be respected as such, a queen. When you move and maneuver like a queen, people will take a pause and say, she's not like the other ones. She's not like the one that I know fighting in the streets. She's not the one that'll cuss you out with every cuss word that made by man. She's not the one who'll allow you to just take advantage of her and stomp all over her for the sake of quote unquote love. She is not the one to be played with. She's firm in her decisions. And when she loves hard. And she tries to love the right way, the way that God has intended the queen to love the kings. Regardless on if you get a bad king, but the power of a queen is to plant seeds in the king. Treat the king as such, but let him know that if you do not treat me like a queen, then this queen will have to fire you and move on and find the true queen or king. This is very, very important. We have to devise a plan to be respected, even amongst our own. It's not always having to be barbaric. It's not always having to fight in the streets and rename yourself from queen to B, or the big N word that I don't want to mention. But we do it so often as if we're replacing all the good things for negative things and accepting the negative things as to be common and like it's supposed to be because everybody's being that way. No, a queen is a leader. A king is a leader. They don't follow the trends that are negative. They follow the positive trends. It's not popular to do that, but you have to be firm in who you are. If you're not firm and convinced and totally believe 110% that you are the king or queen, then you will fall victim, just like most people that we see around us. We look around to the left, look around to the right, look directly in front of us, look behind us of where we came from. And we see the same negative things. That's that circle that I spoke of. Be the queens that you are intended to be. Yeah, it may seem like a lonely road because of your environment, but once you break out of that environment, you'll find that the world is willing to accept you as who you claim to be. If you claim to be a queen, then you talk like a queen. You walk like a queen. You love like a queen. You work hard like a queen. You raise your family like a queen. That is my message. And to all the awoke queens who know who you are and rooted and grounded, I love you. And for all the ones who are lost and you haven't heard anyone call you a queen, you are a queen, and I love you as well. But we do have to work on the lost queens and kings. We have to work on them. We can't just let them continue on as if they're useless to life, because they're not. Because once you brush that dust off, you're diamonds. You're diamonds. You are diamonds. You are worthy of being who God designed you to be. One love. Peace. Treat people like you want to be treated, and it'll come back round because it has for me. Peace.